Have you kissed a girl and liked it?
No, I've never kissed a girl. I'm not interested. I'm into penis.
Power 98.3.
I'm so fancy. You already
Guys, make a big round of applause for the beautiful Iggy Azalea. The fact that you are wearing a badge is off the hook because we got a horrible sheriff in town and we need a new one. Who nominates Iggy Azalea for sheriff? Welcome to Phoenix, Arizona. It's not your first time.
No, it's not my first time. I remember we went to the fashion mall. I tried to get back today, but I didn't make it.
That's what the girls always remember is the shopping, right?
Yeah, that's what we remember.
You've been doing big things.
Thank you.
Somebody, I put a deal on the Instagram and I said, Iggy is coming through today. What question can I ask her for you guys? And somebody said, ask her what she's doing with Max Martin. I just saw that she was in the studio with him.
Yeah, I don't think I'm allowed to say.
There it is, Instagram.
Yeah, I'm working on a song with somebody else. I was doing a feature, I can say that, but I don't think I'm allowed to say who I was doing a song with Max.
So Clueless here in the United States was like a cult classic. Everyone grew up watching that movie, wanting to be Cher or Dion. And you also did the music video for Fancy. Was it just as big a hit in Australia as it was here?
I don't know. I've actually lived in America for 8 years, so I don't really know.
You don't know? I mean, you were how old when you came here?
16.
You were wait. When did that
I'm
movie
about to
even
turn
come out?
24.
Was it in the 90s?
Yeah, it was, but I think it's one of those things that moves a generation or a culture. I think it's a timeless cult classic, and I think people of all generations really enjoy Clueless.
Well, you did a really great Cher impersonation. Did any of
Thank
you guys
you.
see the video already? Did she do
Thank
amazing
you.
as Cher? I love it. And I love the outfits were like spot on, the yellow plaid one. She actually wore pretty much the same thing in the movie.
Yeah, we tried our best to try to replicate what I thought was sort of the most iconic costume of the film, and then for the rest, just be more inspired by the era.
I remember like the dream come true thing in the movie was the closet, like picking out your outfit in the morning, going to the old school computer, and it told you exactly what to wear. I mean, that would be a dream come true even now.
I know. I really wanted to still have the old PC graphics, but we thought we would kind of update it with iPhone technology because we decided to shoot the highway scene, and I can't make every car on the highway from the 90s. So it might get weird to have old computers and then have like 2014 cars driving past me. So that's why we made that choice. Yeah, thank you.
The other part that was really funny was the party scene. I mean, I saw that. I'm like, oh my God, rolling with the homies. Like, I got almost scared in the back of my mind.
I had to get that in there. Had to.
Yeah, someone should have hit their head on a lamp, though. That would have been like...
I really wanted to try to get my DJ to shave his head like Maury, but he wouldn't do it. But I tried, yeah.
All right, my turn. So the new classic, obviously you're excited about the album. What's the date on it?
It's April 22nd in America.
April 22nd in America. Guys, don't forget. We're going to let everybody ask you questions and stuff like that, but I got a couple more little situations. On the album, what's your favorite collabo on the album?
My favorite collaboration, I did love Fancy with Charlie XCX. It's probably my favorite just because she's a girl, so I think there's more room to do things after you've recorded the song. Like the video, it's more fun with a girl because you guys can dress up and do girly stuff and you can make up dance routines, and you can't do that with T.I. Even though I love him, he'll be like, man, hell no. So it's nice to work with a girl and have that experience because I usually end up with another rapper, and that's hard. It's hard.
Yeah, because you are a rapper. And you went, and it was back and forth over, did you call T.I., did he call you? And I've heard both sides, but which is the truth?
He called me, that's the truth. Truth.
He was begging.
I don't think he was begging. I don't think Tia has to beg you. But I know his older sister used to live in Atlanta, so I already knew their family. So when he called me up, I'd already kind of just had a good vibe of him and his family and the way he operates things. So he didn't have to beg, but he did call me first for the record.
How many cities on the promo tour?
For my radio, I think I do 5 more on the East Coast, and I do San Francisco and like Reno and San Diego and a few, maybe like 7 or 8 more. Yeah,
Nice.
I think
I'm
I'm
gonna-
like
do you have
halfway through.
The next question.
Well, I just want to definitely say that I think it's awesome that you do have like a female track, you know? Like, I think a
Thank
lot
you.
of times people think hip hop is like so male. Oh, you can't put a female record on a hip hop station. They're not going to like it. But
Yeah.
I mean, you're definitely a female
I think they
rapper with
mostly usually don't like my records anyway, so I just stopped caring. I was like, I'm just going to make whatever song I want to make because
Right.
I feel like half the time people just make an excuse of why they can't play. Like, oh, I'm sorry, it's 100 BP per minute. Oh, I can't play this one because this guy's blue today, so that means I can't play a record. Like, they're just... So I kind of got to the point where I stopped trying to appease what I think the radio wants to hear or what I think will fit, and I just put Charlie on stuff and be like, I don't care. I'm just doing what I think sounds cool to me.
I think that's what you should do because after all, it is your underground movement is what got you hot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
Do you think that it is because you're a female? I mean, do you think it's that they're scared of female?
No, I don't. I
rappers?
think it's that I'm from another country and I have a different skin color, and every time with a lot of DJs, unfortunately, not everyone, but some people, when you kind of playing my record turns into like this like debate about hip hop and like if you play my song, people are gonna like stop liking Jay-Z or something. So it turns into like this whole bigger thing that's way bigger than it has to be. And it's like, if you think the song's cool, just play it, relax. It's not,
Well, I think the song
it's
is
not that
cool.
deep. So I think I know that that's what it is, but it's fine.
So much research goes in now to what songs get played and how many times they get played and how often people listen to the radio. And there's so much details involved. But it's true. You just have to make good music, and that's really what it's all
Yeah, I
about.
think so too. I think if you have the right song on the right time, then it will work for you, and you have to just persevere. Definitely.
What's the best thing about being signed?
The best thing about being signed,
Not being broke?
I think you can be not broke and not be signed too. So I don't know about that. There's so many independent artists that probably make more than people signed to a major. The best thing about being signed is, I suppose, having a humongous outreach globally. And when you're an independent artist, it's really difficult to be represented in so many countries. And when you are signed to a major label, you have a great network that's really, truly global. And so many things get handled for me globally, even single releases being worldwide and things like that that I can't fathom having to deal with if I didn't have a label. So that's a good thing.
I think one thing that fans would like to know, is it really you posting up all your Instagrams? And
Yeah, of course it
It
is.
is all you.
I reply to people all the time.
Awesome. You want to open it up and start taking questions?
Well, I just wanted to ask you really quickly. Actually, I saw this thing on, I believe it was E! Online, and they were saying, "Is Iggy the new Beyonce?" And they had a picture
That's
of
weird.
you and your body, which is
So
very
weird.
curvaceous. What do you think about that?
I think that's really strange, but I like Beyonce.
There you go. Oh, well, you were on tour with her.
Yeah,
How did that
I
go?
went on
Last
tour
time
with
we
her.
talked to you, you were about to kick off that tour.
It went awesome. It was a lot of fun. I love Beyonce. She gets treated like a queen, so it's good to be in the wake of that. I get some.
Oh, well, that's like the glamorous Iggy. I think
Yeah.
a lot of people would be interested to know, what does Iggy do on a day off?
I like to sit in my underpants and eat Papa John's and watch cable TV.
So pretty much what we do on a day
Yeah,
off.
it's the same
That's
thing.
awesome. That's
Yeah.
amazing. Okay, well, we are going to take questions from you
Cool.
guys. So if you have a question for Iggy, you can raise your hand, and I'm going to take the mic to you.
Don't fall off your stool.
I know. That would be embarrassing. Here we go.
What was the reasoning behind your album name?
My album name, I just feel like people get so caught up on what hip hop is or 90s hip hop, and I suppose I kind of think like people always refer to 90s hip hop as like the classic hip hop era and get so nostalgic on it. And for me, being young and from this generation, I kind of think, why is that the only generation that can make music that affects other generations? And I think that our generation is just as effective and is just as original and will mean something to us or be nostalgic in 2030, I'm sure people will look at this and wish that they had this. And so it's not necessarily me saying, I'm making a classic album, but it's more me saying that I think this generation or this style or this stylized fusion of rap or us mixing electronic sounds in or the new way we sample music, these things to me I think are a new classic or something that is a time mark for our generation, and I think that it should be acknowledged instead of kind of like trodden on and said, oh, well, what you make is less good than what we were making. And I don't think we should have that mentality about what our generation does, because it's important too.
That's a dope answer.
Thanks.
That's a dope ass answer.